Alright, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about KSI's return, which is KSI versus Faze Temperrr, which is weird because it was supposed to be KSI versus Dillon Danis. But now it's Faze Temperrr, but that's weird in itself. But then again, what do you expect? It looked kind of staged if you ask me, because look, first of all, they were trying to build up this entire hype thing. It was like, oh, Faze Temperrr is returning and his opponent's going to be revealed on fight day. Like, why? Like, literally, I don't know if people actually cared, but I could care less about Faze Temperrr's opponent. Like, who cares? Unless it's like Floyd Mayweather or McGregor or something like that. I don't care. Like, oh, new opponent, he's going to get revealed. Like, bro, no one cares. And then they're talking all this smack. Dillon Danis talking about, oh, I ain't going to pull out. And then he pulls out. And then coincidentally, Faze Temperrr is now fighting in cruiserweight against KSI, and his opponent has been revealed. Really weird. And secondly, if his opponent was hyped up so much to the point where they weren't going to reveal his opponent until fight day, why would he take the KSI fight? Wouldn't he go with the mystery opponent that most likely would have been hyped up better than KSI? You know, like someone better than KSI, but, you know, whatever. And the other undercards, they ain't looking that bad, to be honest. I mean, Swarms is fighting again. But then he's fighting the dude that gave Slim a run for his money. So RIP Swarms. 0-2 ready. That's not how it's supposed to go. And secondly, Faze Temperrr is not really the best opponent. For the sole fact that first of all, I think his three notable fights was against King Kenny, Slim, and Overflow, which is the most recent. And against King Kenny, he got a controversial loss. I don't know if it was reversed or it was a different match. I don't care. And then he fought Slim. Which, let me tell you something, it did not end well for Temperrr. Like, my boy like, come on, bro. You just look at that highlight. You think, damn. And then, you know what happened? He got knocked out so bad that his next opponent was someone who couldn't fight. Yeah, he TKO'd him in one round. I was like, oh, wow, he's so good. No, he's not. He just doesn't know how to fight. What do you mean? And that's like the thing in influencer boxing now. Now it's either you see two people who don't know how to fight attempting to fight, or one person who kind of knows how to fight and is a league above another person who doesn't know how to fight. A.k.a. Swarms versus whoever the hell he's fighting again. Ryan Taylor, I think is his name. But in a little tangent, let me tell you something. I think I got my prediction right in my Davis versus Garcia fight. I mean, Boots ended up going 12 rounds with him. Which, hey, good on the other guy. He survived 12 rounds. But at the same time, not really the best. I mean... Then again, he was moving a lot. Let me tell you something about that. And I did say 10th round he was going to get stopped. Guess what? He got stopped in the 9th. I think it's close enough. I mean, if I was a betting man, I done lost all my money. But, you know, for YouTube, I think that's good enough. Not to mention, boxing kind of stale as of right now. Because there's another fight that was supposedly confirmed, which was Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Stanionis. I don't know his first name. To be set for March. But then Stanionis got an injury and had to get surgery, so it was postponed, and most likely in April. So if you want good matchups, you have to wait the second half of 2023. That's gotta suck. Not to mention there's other fights like Beterbiev versus Yard, which first of all, ain't nobody want to watch that. It's just, I mean, you can watch it because it's not pay-per-view, so you don't have to pay anything. But at the same time, you're really just gonna watch someone get murdered out there. I don't know if that's good for the conscience. But anyways, Faze Temperrr versus KSI. How do I see it going? I actually think that it's the same thing with Dillon Danis. I think Faze Temperrr has a chance, a really good chance too. That's how much I think KSI sucks. I think he's really overrated in terms of his boxing ability. Not to mention, people have already, rightfully so, been calling him out, saying, why are you fighting Faze Temperrr? For the sole fact that, first of all, like I already said it in my other video, I don't know which one, but basically KSI called out Andrew Tate, Tommy Fury, and Tyron Woodley by name, either in the ring or outside. And then he somehow managed to make an excuse for each and every one of them. That's right, all three of them. He managed to find a way to not fight him and end up fighting Dillon Danis, who he himself was supposed to fight Logan Paul. That's right, Logan Paul, the dude that never won a boxing match. And he ended up fighting that dude. And the reason why he ducked Andrew Tate, Tommy Fury, But first of all, they said, "Oh, I don't want to fight Andrew Tate because he's too big for me," which is like, okay. I mean that could be a valid concern, but at the same time, Andrew Tate's like 36 with like an eye injury, so not, and also with some of the weirdest boxing skills I have ever seen. My man's about to get knocked out. He ain't even that good. So he's out of the picture. And then Tommy Fury, he said, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight in the UK." And since Tommy Fury had that ordeal with Jake Paul and the whole he can't leave the UK or he can't enter the US, basically. So he's like, okay, if you're gonna fight in the US, I guess it makes sense why you can't fight Tommy Fury because he can't go to the US. He's fighting in the UK, so excuse me for seeing this as like ducking. You know what I'm saying? And in Tyron Woodley, he just didn't want to fight sloppy seconds. He said, "I don't want to fight." People are like, "Oh, why would he fight Tyron Woodley? That's just Jake Paul's leftovers." I mean, yeah, you know what? That's valid. That's valid. You don't want to fight someone seconds because it'll just be like, he just beat this. He just beat the dude that the other person beat. Makes sense. Then why fight the leftovers of someone else in influencer boxing who is not really seen as the top dog? That being Slim. Because remember, Slim knocked out Temperrr so bad, bro. It was a bad beating for Temperrr. And now KSI decides to fight Temperrr. The math ain't mathin'. I'm just saying, if this was math class, we would all fail by now. So, how do I think the fight's going to go? Easy. I think it goes to the decision. I don't think it goes to the... I don't think someone gets knocked out. Because Temperrr... I don't think Temperrr got the power to knock out KSI. And KSI, I don't think he got the skill to knock out Temperrr. Because Slim knocked out Temperrr, but he did it like very good. He was dodging punches, being all loose and all that stuff. And he got some skill. KSI, no, he just throws punches and hopes that it lands. Then again, that's how most people fight in this boxing genre. So yeah, I got... You know what? I wanna bet against KSI. That's right. I'm picking Temperrr to upset KSI. Why? Because first of all, KSI is from the UK, and you could tell we don't like the people from the UK here, all right? They're not welcome. And Temperrr, he's American, my boy. I already told you. He's a freedom-loving fighter. I'm going to tell you. He's about to go over there to the UK and liberate him like it's 1776 again. But yeah, I got Temperrr. Split decision. That's right, split decision. Why? Because Temperrr has already called it. He said, "I'm going to have to go for a knockout or a knockdown because the UK judges are super biased and they're not going to give me the win unless I knock him down or knock him out." And he's 100% correct. He has to win at least half the rounds and knock him down to win the decision. So yeah, I got Temperrr for the win. But anyways, that is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Got a second channel. Nothing's been uploaded for a while, but hey, screw it. It's time to start, right? Mostly movie content, probably more for media, right? And because, like I said, the boxing scene is kind of dry right now. Like, February, it has the Serrano Undisputed match, which would inevitably lead up to the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano rematch. And Jake Paul is supposed to announce his boxing opponent, like, next week or something. So I guess that's something. But other than that, there's really no other matches that'll be like, I wonder who's going to win. Not really. But anyways, like I said, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.